Gentlemen, once again to the Talk All Things podcast. I am with Orlando Parents, a legendary supporter, Taboye. My brother, welcome again for joining us. We are
For having me, man.
Thank you, thank you. We are speaking all things Orlando Pirates, Polokwane City. Orlando Pirates won by is it 3 goals to 0. Before we continue, guys, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just subscribe button there. Comment as well. Give us your views as football fanatics. Leadership. Give us your overall impression about yesterday's game. How did you see your mighty Orlando Pirates? I see you won by 3 goals to 0. Just give me your analysis.
Before I can give you the analysis, I want to just to greet Amapagapaka,
Yeah.
Amapagania Chabulil, the bold and the beautiful.
Yeah, the Paganeas.
We are continue where we last season where we end up. So we are continue from that. We are talking to one of the legend supporter of Orlando Pirates,
Yeah,
Tibos.
yeah,
Those who know me, they call me Tibos.
yeah,
Yeah, so I am the legend supporter. I'm not the legend by the name.
yeah.
I am the legend by the
heart.
by heart.
Yeah,
I'm the legend by because I came far from with Orlando Pirates.
yeah.
I started supported Orlando Pirates by the age of 13 years. You can imagine,
Yeah.
from 13 years up to now,
Yeah.
1982.
1982.
Yes. So those who don't know me, those who saw me on YouTube, they are so surprised, they are so shocked, they are so flabbergasted. They are asking themselves, who is this legend of Orlando Pirates?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Legendary
Tibos.
support.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm the legend, not by name, by heart.
Yeah.
I came far
For
with
sure.
Orlando Pirates.
For sure.
Yes. I can quote you some of the players, the previous players that you don't know, that have played for Orlando Pirates. Players like Gento Kampala, players like Nsunda. He used to do somersaulting after he scored goals to celebrate.
You used to
So
travel. I know you used to travel stadiums.
I used to go to the stadium. We were the first supporters to open FNB Stadium.
Yeah.
Yes. By that time, we were playing with Amazing Mill Spectacular. Yes.
Yeah.
Those are those days. So coming to the yesterday game or last night game, I am so excited, Mapaganea, because really we have won, but I was not happy with some of the first half. First half, we are not there. Our players, I don't know, they were playing, but they were not creating enough chances. Chances. So, especially on the middle field and up front, we were not scoring, we were not pushing hard. Especially, I can quote one of the players who I was not impressed with. Players like Talent Mbata, TITO Masongani, Kabelo Dlamini. Those players were not there at first half. They were not visible enough. So they were not pushing enough. So, but anyhow, we were able to go to the first half with a not because really Polokwane City was attacking us. But I'm glad that we have a solid defense of Nda, Sisane, Dion Hoto, Dino van Rooyen. Those are the solid, the solid, the rock of the Orlando Pirates.
I saw even
The back four.
I saw even Olisanda.
Yes.
Became even the man of the match.
Because he played very well. Each and every game that he is playing, he plays very well. Yesterday he was so on top of his game. I don't want to die. Olisanda is on form, Mapaganea. We have to rally behind our team. We have to support our team. We have to be there. On Sunday, we are going to Devon. We are going to play Richard Bay. So I urge Mapaganea, all the Mapaganeas, the diehards, the legend, you must go there and support Orlando Pirates. This year we are going to see a miracle that you'll never see it before, because right now I don't see Sundowns taking the league this year, because it's gonna be hard. It's going to be a tough challenge for the league. So
So do you see Orlando Pirates challenging this season? Does this two games tell you that Orlando Pirates is going to be competent? Because one of the things that we know about Orlando Pirates is their lack of consistency. So do you see some form of consistency within these two games? Do you see a glimpse of them learning from the previous season? And number two, just give me your perspective on Saleng. Saleng is a player whom probably last season he came to the PSL to Orlando Pirates. You know, he came and stamped his authority, and he was a star player, and the following season he didn't play that well. He went to limp mode, but this season he's coming back again, scoring vital goals for Orlando Pirates. He's proving, it seems as if he's proving that, guys, I'm not a one hit wonder like many players. I think there's something special about Saling.
thank you, Mapagania. As I have already said, Pirates this year is gonna make history. So
Why are you
I am
saying that?
glad that Pirates is winning, and Pirates is not winning only. We can see right now we have reached a group stage of CAF Champions League. So I've got a belief, I've got trust on our players and our technical staff as a whole, because I can see now that they have installed that discipline amongst the players. The players are now consistent.
Yeah.
The players now are playing for the team. The players are playing as a team. They are not playing as an individual, but there are some players who are still lacking somehow, somewhere there. But the coach will just deal with that kind of behavior where you just have to just stand on top of the ball, just moving the ball around. That thing doesn't work for Pirates. We want players that go forward. We want players that add value to the team. That thing of dancing on the ball doesn't add value. It doesn't take Pirates anywhere, because we do have that kind of players previously. Players like Brakale, players like Bo Makaringe. Those players were used to do that kind of thing, but where they are right now, nobody's talking about them. They are gone, because football is a short career. If you are given a chance, make use of it. Don't let it go. So I urge TITO, if you are listening where you are, you must know that as a Pirates supporter, as a legend of Orlando Pirates, I am not happy of what you are doing. You have to play football that we know you. So that kind of football that you are playing right now is not a football that, as we as a Orlando Pirates supporters, we are happy about it. There are some of supporters who are happy, but as a legend of Pirates supporter, I am not happy about what you are doing, because we want to push TITO who is passing the ball, moving around. TITO who is mobility. There is no mobility.
But people will say, people can argue with you and say, but you saw the goal that who's that man, Mahopa pressed and scored. It comes from TITO. They played 1-2 football, and Mahopa at the end of the day, he pressed, the keeper made a mistake, and he played. So some will say there's some form of effectiveness on TITO, despite him being on the ball, because of there's an element of him being effective, and sometimes he stands on the ball. So others will say no, he's fine as long as there's some element of him being effective. Just comment on that, and Saleng as well.
Yes, there was TITO to the last 15 minutes. That's where we started to see TITO, because the coach made some of the changes in the second half, where he brought in Karim Kimvudi.
Yeah, Kim Vudi.
Yes, that guy brought some sparks within the play. So that's the one who was just making those run going forward. So yes, Tito, yes, he was just the 1-2 between him and
Mahopa.
Mahopa and this guy Relebohile.
Yeah.
Relebohile Mufokeng. Yes, there was 1-2, but that rebound that end up landed on the Mahopa foot.
Yeah.
It was just a rebound from the opponent.
The opponent.
Yes, so Mahopa able to score that an easy goal. Yes, but coming to Saleng.
Yeah.
Saleng this year is playing very, very, very exciting football. But there is one thing I just want to emphasize on Saleng in terms of holding the ball. You hold the ball, you like to turn backwards and pass the ball backwards. If you can just, when you have the ball, you must just try to take the opponents, take the opponents forward, cross the ball. You need that crosses inside the 18 areas, because that's where we will find Abo Tshegofatso Mabaso not effective on the 18 area, because they are not getting enough supply from those our flanks, Saleng and Relebohile Mofokeng. They are not getting those crosses from those two players. They hold ball too much, and then they like to turn back and pass the ball back instead of passing the back forward. And those midfielders, we need also a supply. There is no a player maker there.
Yeah.
Tito as a player maker is not doing what he's supposed to do. He's holding the ball too much. He's losing the ball unnecessarily. He's getting dispossessed easily. So Tshegofatso Mabaso is not getting enough supply up front. So if they can just try to bring those crosses into the 18 area, so that Tshegofatso Mabaso can be effective in the 18 area and also be able to score some of the important goals. So they are making him to be always to be the opponent, to be surrounded by because of the delay of those crosses. They delay crosses, they pass the ball backwards. If they can learn to, when they hold the ball, they must just go forward, put those crosses inside the box where Tshegofatso Mabaso is standing, because it's a lone striker. Yeah. So if he is not getting the ball, he's forced to go deeper to collect those balls, so that he can be able to be effective and able to score goals. But if he doesn't get enough supply from our flanks, he will be passive in the pass. So we want a player who is effective in the 18 area. So I urge our flanks to give those crosses inside the areas. Saleng, stop taking the ball backwards. Yeah. Just push the ball forward. That's where we need those supplier to Tshegofatso Mabaso, because that's why sometimes it's struggle to goals in the first half, because Tshegofatso Mabaso is not getting enough supplier. Lack of supplier from other players. And then also Tito must come into the picture. He must, as a player maker, he must just make sure that he distribute those balls forward. Must just stop going around with the ball, standing on top of the ball, because it doesn't work. Especially when we are not scoring goals. You understand what I mean? So he must add value as a player of Orlando Pirates. Yes, we appreciate that, but there is a time where you can do that.
So you are basically saying Tito can do more than what he's doing based on his play, because yes, he can give Orlando Pirates more. He must just probably, like you're saying, just minimize the showboating and standing on the ball and all of that. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, from Tibos, the legend Orlando Pirates supporter. He's saying Orlando Pirates, there's a chance of them competing in the league this season. He's saying Orlando Pirates seems like they will give Mamelodi Sundowns a run for their money. But the only way that Orlando Pirates can do that is they must win. They must not draw, then they must be consistent, because you know that club from Chlorokop, once the train is on, they just can't stop.
And they catch the fire, and there's no one can just extinguish it.
Yeah, so we just hope that this season will have a team that will give Mamelodi Sundowns a run for their money. We don't want this thing of 23 points lead. Number 2 is 23. So just comment, ladies and gentlemen. Tell us what you think. Do you agree with the legend of Orlando Pirates supporter Thabo regarding TITO's performance? Do you agree with him? Do you disagree with him? Do you agree with him that Orlando Pirates stand a big chance of probably challenging and winning the league this season? Thank you very much for joining us. I'm a Pagania.
Thank you, Mapagania.
Pagania.